Hello and welcome to a new SEGA News Bits. I'm your host George, and with me is the lovable Barry.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Too lovable. Put it down a notch. Today we're going to be talking about the arcade game Border Break. If you guys don't know, this game came out back in 2009 in the arcades. It's made by SEGA-AM2's, so of course here at SEGA Bits we're fanboys of the game because anything SEGA-AM2 makes is brilliant, and if you disagree, you're an idiot. But we're talking about it again because it's coming finally to the PlayStation 4. It's not like we've been begging for almost a decade for this game to come to consoles. But it's going to be a free-to-play game. That's all we know. And we don't even know if it's going to be based on the latest update because they've updated Border Breaks over 16 times in the last 9 years almost. So yeah. The new one is called Border Break X0, which is supposed to be, I guess, like one of the biggest updates they've done. And this one is going to be a free-to-play game. We don't know if it's the new update or if it's just the base game. But what we do know is that it's going to be item-based microtransactions, which I feel is the worst way of doing free-to-play. I feel like if you do cosmetics, you could, get the money to look cool, and it doesn't unbalance the game. Because if you have item-based microtransactions, that means you could just buy good items, and you have an advantage over everybody else. So I hope there's some good balance going on here. The beta is going to release next month in Japan, and we do know there's going to be 4 weapon types. It's kind of like range, you know what I mean? Like a ranged character, a warrior where you go up close. It's like pretty basic ideas. And then the game is going to have story mode, beginner mode, casual match, and ranked matches. And will support the PlayStation 4 controller and mouse because the arcade version uses a mouse instead of a PS4 controller. So they're having that as support.
Weird.
But there is no US announcement, and that's it. There's going to be a physical version of this released in Japan because all free-to-play games over there have a physical version for some reason. Not over here, though.
That's strange. So it'll be, you buy it, you have to pay for a physical version. Does that come with, like, credits towards some of the free-to-play aspects?
Yeah, that's how they usually do it. They've done it here for PC free-to-play games. Like a long time ago, League of Legends had one, and you would get like character skins and unlockables that are worth $20.
Huh.
So what are your thoughts on this whole thing?
I mean, it's not the ideal way to release it in my mind. Like, I would prefer they do like we got with Virtua Fighter 5, where it was just straight up the game on disc, and then there was DLC of, like you said, cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just really happy that it's coming in any form. And maybe it's, maybe it will be fine. Maybe it won't really be an issue since we haven't put our, hands on it yet. I don't know if we'd get a US release, but given it's on the PS4, I think it's going to be very easy to download and play it. Yeah,
because you can just make a Japanese account. And this is like a very... it's like a fighting game, Even though there's Japanese writing, you figure it out.
Yeah, all AM2 games in my memory have been pick up and play. I've played Japanese versions of just about every one of them, and I've never been like, wait, what? What's happening? It's...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially since us, because we've imported, like Sega fans, like retro Sega fans, we've imported so many Sega Saturn games, Dreamcast games, that this shouldn't be a big problem for us, but... It would be cool to have an official American release just so Sega of America could support this. And they don't look kind of... We don't have to see those comments, every single time we mention this game. Like, when is it coming over? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if Atlas USA can give us stuff like Etrian Odyssey 5 and Radiant Historia, Perfect Chronology. Like, we get all these press releases for the weirdest stuff. And then something like Virtual On and Border Break. And it's like, could you bring it west?
Isn't that kind of weird though? Like every single game that Atlas has announced has had a worldwide release.
Yeah.
And every game that Sega's announced, I think the only one was like Valkyria 4 that got a Western release day one. Everything else we have to wait and hope, and it's kind of getting kind of annoying already.
Yeah. I mean, especially when I don't want to get on a tangent, but like this one, Virtual On, and then what's the third one I'm thinking of? Oh, Fist of the North Star. They're all established brands, unlike some of these Atlas ones where it's like weird, random 3DS RPG,
Yeah, there's like that Alliance game, I forgot what it is, but like the studio released a game a couple of years ago, and they made a big deal out of it too, and it didn't really even sell that many copies. I saw it did like 10,000. So they're bringing the new game over and announcing it for the US, but not Border Break or Fist of the North Star.
Interesting.
So that's Border Break coming to the PlayStation 4 as free to play. What do you guys think about this announcement? What do you want to see Sega announce next from arcade to console? And do you think going free to play was the right move for this game? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the videos we do, subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Tell somebody. Please.
Tell your